From a nurse to a CEO to now a full-time crypto trader. Today we have a very special guest. He's our Zen crypto millionaire and he's going to share with you his journey, his mindset and how you can emulate him to achieve success. If that intrigues you, continue watching this episode. Hey everybody, welcome to the Modern Wealth Podcast where we aim to empower, enrich and evolve your mindset, and today we have a very special guest with us who is one of our own coaches here, Aaron. Hi. So Aaron is an amazing gentleman in our community. He is the one posting all the messages every single morning that you actually see in your WhatsApp, right? For those of you in our community, you will see him posting every single day. You know, he's the one that keeps us motivated. He's the one that keeps us pushing forward. He's the one that actually tells us what to do to keep ourselves focused so that we can achieve the results that we want. So thank you very much, Aaron, for your dedication on helping the community every single day. And again, in today's episode, what we really want to do for Aaron is that we want to find out about his past. Because for those of you who don't know, Aaron has an amazing story to share. You know, from the bottom, going to the height, right? And then taking a break and then going all the way down and then now coming all the way back up here. You know, Aaron could be doing nothing at home right now, shaking his leg, you know, enjoying his life, but he's here dedicating his life, his time, his energy, his passion to help you. Right? So if this is something that you really want to understand more about Aaron, and I want you to do so, because as you go into your future coaching session with him, you will be able to connect with him on such a better level. Please continue watching this episode, and here we go. So Aaron, tell us more about yourself.
Well, basically, I'm a coach in MWA and helping people to optimize the potential in the area of coaching, and especially in the area of mindset. Because what's important is 50% of the success is actually attributed to mindset. And a lot of effort is talking about strategy, money management. But then mindset seems to be someone always want to avoid. And I can see that a lot of people are very good in their strategies and very good in money management, and yet they still cannot make it. Just because that the mindset was not right in the beginning. And I have done so many coaching is when someone has an issue with it, the first thing first is the mindset issue. On the mindset issue, every problem seems to be very small. Okay? I always have people go tell me, I have no time, I'm too tired, I'm too busy, and blah, wada, because that the mindset is incorrect. And the moment that I go in and go to the deep point of it and discover the right mindset that motivates him, then I ask him, any more issue? The answer is, coach, I will do it. That's it. Right? Instead of me wasting time and telling you all the strategy and everything, he doesn't need that. He needs one reason why he need to wake up. That's it, which is this mindset.
Yes, of course. So mindset is very important here. And of course, once you break that through, what Aaron is saying is that you'll be able to then proceed on your own essentially, because that was the one thing that was holding you back. So again, I want to borrow a word that we were using earlier because I find it very interesting. So what did I do in the past?
Okay. I was a very ordinary person. I started as a nurse in a hospital.
Wow.
I was a staff nurse in a hospital. All right, and that was 1982. If some of you remember, in Outram Park, there's a school of nursing. That's where I went my 3-year training over there. So I'm a staff nurse. And then after that, I have been working in nursing for 8 years. During that time, you may not know that nursing is one of the lowest paid jobs. The annual increment was $50 a year. And I remember that my salary when I started as the staff nurse was $1,000. And I calculated, I said, if I want to get married, I need to at least have $2,000 to get married. And I calculated that will be 20 years later. By then, I'll be 40 years old. I said, oh no, that is not going to be possible. And I took a venture punch in the sense that I went out of nursing, but I went into a company that's selling medical devices. a totally completely different job altogether. Nursing is a routine that you know, when you take care of patients from what time to what time you do what and when time. When you go out to that type of commercial world, you literally have nothing. All right, so I'm out of my comfort zone to go and get it done. It's difficult. Last time, my doctors are my boss. Now, when I go back to see them, they're not my boss anymore. They're my customer. And most of the time, I'm an equal path with them. Because the moment I felt that I'm more inferior than them, honestly, I wasn't able to sell. I should be equal path than them. That was a struggle. That's where all the mindset session came in. That I need to change, I need to be different altogether. Then I was in a company for selling medical devices for 8 years. Then I went up to doing regional work for Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand. I remember very clearly it was 1997. There was a lot of hoo-ha about regional work. So I love to go and travel a little bit and see the world. So I went out to a company, an MNC company, to interview as a regional salesperson. And I got in. Within a period of 2 years, I was promoted to a CEO of the regional.
Wow.
So I was a CEO for a number of years, I think about 7 years.
Nice.
And I think I left the company when I was age 42, which I was like traveling 320 days a year.
Wait, 320 days out of 365 days.
That's right.
Oh
I
my
go
God.
home to exchange my luggage. Right? My wife will wait for me with a new luggage, with all fresh clothing. And I see her, hi, we exchange the luggage, and I fly again. And literally all the air stewardess know my name, know my birthday, know what food I want. Everything, looks like the air stewardess is becoming a family. All right, and literally that was a lifestyle that I lost all my friends in Singapore. Because whenever they call me, where are you? Hong Kong. Where are you? Somewhere else. Never been in Singapore. And by then I was too tired. So I decided to quit the job. And that was another jump. Because the pay of being a CEO was pretty good. Because an American company, they hire and fire. But then as long as perform results, you get very good pay from them.
Yeah.
All right. And I resigned when I was at the peak. And my boss came down from all the way from America and asked me, hey, you're going to be the headquarter CEO. If you don't leave, give him 1 year, I'll get you there. And I told him, no, I'm too tired. I burn out. So I left the company and I retired, and then I started to do venture on my sales and marketing training. And I started a company to do marketing and training for medical devices for a lot of people around the region. I was doing pretty well, very, very, very well. And it's one thing I've forgotten, my financial. I have someone to taking care of my financial, a guy that I trusted so much that I know that my business is doing very well because I always collect a lot of money, but I didn't know where the money go to. 2 years later, I got a call from the bank. Aaron, you owe us $1 million.
Wow. What happened? The guy just took off with the money.
The person that I trusted so much disappeared with my money. It gone completely. All right. And suddenly he asked me to pay $1 million. I don't have the money because that I was not with the money. I was so focused on my job.
Yeah.
I don't care about my finance.
Yeah.
That's a big lesson that I learned in my whole life. Is look at that. You don't care about finance. If you don't care about the money, money don't care about you. All right. And literally, the bank had to sue me into bankruptcy.
Wow.
I was always a bankruptcy before.
Wow.
I didn't die. And I literally worked my butt off to pay off my debt in 3 years. All right. And people ask me how they did it. Yeah, I went in to do all sales, all types of sales, to make money to just pay off the bank. And that happens. All right. And then the thing came to me is like, this is the worst thing. It haven't killed me yet. So what the worst thing can kill me now? I won't die. All right. So I after the bankruptcy, I venture off in some of the sales and marketing stuff, MLM companies, and so on and so forth. nothing really stick because I still love my coaching part. Then eventually I went off to do to actually acquire a certificate in the hypnotherapy. So I became a clinical hypnotherapist. It was very fun, very very fun. But the thing is also that I remember my old lesson, the money aspect of it. So one very important thing is I love to work with people with money issue, because I realize it is the mindset as well, right? And literally, I started my thing from zero, begging people to say, "Can you give me some time? I coach you."
Yeah, you literally had the story to back up your coaching, right? You went through it yourself. That's amazing.
Yeah. So literally asking people, "Can you give me some time? I want to coach you." Versus today, my coaching sessions for my client is about $5,000 per sessions.
Yes.
All right, and basically it's working on the mindset and working with their habits and things that stops them.
Yes.
All right, and this is something that I love to do all the time.
Yeah. I think it's such an amazing story that you share. And for those of you who are hearing this for the very first time, now you know how amazing Aaron was, right? And it still is, right? I mean, number one, thank you for serving. I mean, even as a nurse, it's really, in Mandarin we call it 白衣天使, right? Like the angels, like really, I think the frontline workers are really someone who we deserve a lot of respect for. So for all our frontliners, thank you very much for serving. We appreciate you, right? And then your story of coming out and rising, right, to becoming a CEO in just 2 short years. That just show how capable, how amazing you were in your results, in your determination, in your grit, right, in your way of doing things. That's super amazing, and we're so glad to have you in the team. And having gone through all that and then coming out to do everything, and then having your partner, I would say, took off your money and stuff, I think really brings us back to one of the key lessons that we always share in MWA, right? And one of the first thing, before we talk about anything else in trading, what's the first thing you must do? Right, start with R, right?
Risk management. Yeah.
This is really something that we talk about all the time, right? That you have to manage your risk.
Yeah.
Most of the traders, you can have high win rates and everything, but if you cannot manage your risk, everything is gone. So the first thing that, and it's not just for MWA, really, if you go to any trading school or any financial education academies that is worth their salt, that is one of the key lessons they always teach.
Yeah.
Risk management. Yep. And that is something that you, of course, incorporated into our lessons. And of course, last but not least, now that we all know that Aaron is such an amazing clinical hypnotherapist, right? And for all the elites out there, right, all our elites in our community, some of you will have the fortunate experience where you actually went through a session with Aaron in our office right over here, and you all know how powerful that session is. And for those of you who are elites who have not yet come for this session, you better sign up the next time we have one, because I'm telling you, it will change your life. You're gonna tear, you're gonna cry, you're gonna have revelations that you have not had before, and that will change your entire trajectory in the way you view money, in the way you view how you do your trading in this journey moving forward. So thank you, Aaron, for contributing that and for sharing your amazing skill set with the community. So Aaron, having went through all these life lessons that you have been through, right? If you were to go back in time, right, from the time where you say you are going to leave your staff nurse job, right, and then go into sales, right, if there were one thing that you could change, would there be anything that you want to change?
I think yes. One of the things that I want to change is I want to risk more.
Risk more?
Yes, I want to risk more, take more risk. In the sense that don't be so conservative.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And when I risk more, that means that I'm fearless.
You're fearless.
Yeah, because when you're fearless, you will go and risk. But then it's important to know my risk management as well.
Yes.
Okay. If I risk without risk management, then I'm actually gambling. All right. So if I risk and I say that okay, I work with my fear, and with the fear I still can go push forward. I think that will be one of the things I really, really want to love to do that. And in fact, if I could, if I able to get into crypto a couple of years earlier, I think I'm really a trillionaire.
What, trillionaire? guys.
Yeah, but it's just because that when the crypto thing comes out, there's a lot of noise, a lot of rubbish, and it was like I was being sold the idea that crypto is a dangerous stuff, it is high risk and all rubbish, without really take the time to go and explore. Really take the time to really go and learn the basic of it, what it is all about.
Yep.
Because whatever people say may not be the truth. Until that I realized that going to explore it myself, spend time, really dissect the whole thing and really see what it's all about. Is that so risky? But it's so risky. Why there are so many millionaires around with crypto? All right, I'm not the first one. I'm not the one who going to run the first millionaire in this industry. There are many thousands of them before that. If they can do it, I just follow the footsteps.
Yep.
But then most of us are being afraid with all the rumors, all the noise. All right, 97% of people will tell you crypto is very dangerous. It is very volatile. What does that mean? Something is very dangerous for some person. It is very fun for another person. Some people would love to go to parasailing, jump down out of the plane with parachute, and that person was enjoying his life. To me, that is dangerous, but to him, that is fun. So don't always depends on people's opinion, what they said about dangerous, high risk. All right, go and make your own decision. Go and explore the whole thing, understand the whole thing, go and get yourself educated.
Absolutely. I absolutely love that because when Aaron is sharing this, I do scuba diving, I do piloting, and these are activities that people say is very dangerous.
Yeah.
Insurance don't really cover that much, we need to get specialized insurance. But the whole idea behind that is like, we know what we are doing, we get educated, and then we manage our risk very well.
That's
so
right.
that we mitigate it to the best of our abilities. Are there risks? Of course there is.
Yeah.
But we mitigate it so that it become a lot safer for us to proceed with that activity.
That's right, yeah.
Right. So having said that, so Aaron, we said that we know for a fact that crypto is volatile. It is a huge market as of now. Of course, not as huge. Of course, the biggest being forex and stuff. But market is still a market that is relatively young in that sense. Why did you how did you start your journey in crypto?
Well, when I just saw the ads from Rash on my YouTube, and he talked about crypto.
Yeah.
Something that is interesting. You can earn money with futures and make some money on it. That make me excited to explore further. To me, this is one way to make income. But at that time, that was not the only way. Okay, but now that is the way.
Wow.
It's the way. All right, nothing else. I do nothing else. This is only crypto, because I believe that the moment I decided that is the direction I want to take, I put 1,000% effort into it.
Yes.
Then things will develop. Then things will nurture. Then things will develop from there. And don't sidetrack. Don't do this and don't do that and do 10 things and be good at nothing.
Yeah.
All right, that's why I started and explore. I attended the 2.5-day boot camp like any one of you, and at the end of it was overwhelmed with so much thing. Then I realized, I'm telling myself, hey, look, Aaron, this is new to you, isn't it? I said, yeah. Seems to be so much thing to learn. Yes, but what stops me? I've been through so much. I'm from someone that from my primary school teacher told me that these kids have no future. It was written in my report books. These kids have literally no future. To someone who make $100,000 a month when I was a CEO. So what stopped me now? Right? If I have this journey, what is this trading? Right? I've been through that. I didn't die. I fall down to the valley. I didn't die. So will it stop me? No.
Just curious, Aaron. If you don't mind sharing this may be a bit personal, right? It's always not good to ask a lady, but to ask a gentleman. How young are you now currently?
I'm actually 59.
59.
All right. One more year, I become a senior. Senior in trading. Right? I become a senior in trading. And literally, I think that is a lot of people will ask this question and they say, Aaron, you're so old already, why must you doing all this thing? My wife asked me this question. Hey, you got enough for your next 20 years already, you know? What the heck are you doing now?
Yeah.
Well, why I always see you looking at the computer now? Last time, you know, a year ago, you was having legs, you have a lifestyle, whatever you want to do, you do it. Then I told her, if there's a chance for me to explode and make triple, double, 5 times, 10 times, 50 times of the money, will you stop doing it? Will you say no? And I'm young, right? 59 years old is just the beginning of everything. Hello?
Hey, that's the way, right? That's the way.
59 years old, just beginning, right? I'm into the energy aspect of it.
I love it.
All right? In Chinese, called 第二春. All right? So if the opportunity come as me as 第二春, why I don't grab it?
Yes.
Why am I waiting? Why I'm not waiting to be an uncle in a coffee shop drinking coffee and complain?
At least you drink coffee lah.
I drink coffee, but I don't complain. You know, what does that means? You know, you can see a lot of people complaining. You know, all those things. I don't want to be one of them, boy.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to be one of them. I just want to be able to generate income whenever I want.
Absolutely, I love it. And I think really the point of me asking this is also because in our community, as you would know, right, for sure, right, I think you coach many of them as well. There are people who are younger than you.
Yeah.
Right? They come to you, they are like, oh, this is so difficult, this is so tech and everything.
Right.
Then you're like, hello, look at me, I'm doing it, why can't you? Right, kind of thing. So again, I just want to say that, you know, the system that we developed is rather simple, but is it going to be easy to execute? You still need the time, you need to put in the effort to learn, to do it. But as long as you do more of it, I think it becomes a routine, it becomes, you know, second nature. That's when it's going to be a lot easier. So for all those people out there who are in our community, I just want to say, don't give up, right? You are on your way. You just have to put in the effort, and if you ever need help, the community is always here to support you, right? People like Aaron is going to be here, right?
Yeah, I was just talking to someone yesterday, and he told me that, wow, trading view is so tough. Wow, technical analysis is so much. I'm not so good at all this thing and everything and blah, 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 blah. And she blah on for a couple of minutes. Then I asked her, do you know how to cycle? Yeah. Did you jump to the bicycle straight away and you can ride very nicely on the road? No. How many times have you fall? So many times, so much injury. But what make you what make you were able to cycle now? Because I wanted to do it. I say, see? Because you want to do it.
Yep.
You got into it. You overcome everything that stops you. You fall, you wake up, you cycle, you fall, you stick up, you cycle, and you go. So I asked her these questions. What is so different about this and trading? And her eyes light up and say, oh.
That's so interesting, right? Because I think a lot of people really don't see that. They just come into the community thinking that, oh, immediately I join a 2.5 day thing, I will make a lot of money already. I mean, it really doesn't work this way. To be fair, some people are pretty good. They are able to accelerate a lot faster in their own journey and learning. But I think the key message to everyone is that it takes time, right? You are in your own race. There isn't a need to go and compete or compare with other people. As long as you put in the effort, right? As long as you seek the right guidance, you will get there someday. And anyway, before we move on with the rest of this episode, I just wanted to do a quick disclaimer because I think we're talking about crypto and everything right now. There may be a chance where we are going to be talking about things like particular coins or stuff like this. So again, whatever that we are talking about right now is not financial advice, personal opinion. Always exercise your own due diligence, okay?
That's
Do
right.
not, there is no recommendation to buy or sell anything in this particular podcast, okay? So with that out of the way, let's head back into the particular conversation. So Aaron, I think very interestingly, I think people like us, we can never rest, right? Like we take a break like for 1 to 2 weeks, and then we like, oh, hand itchy already. You need to find something to do to focus on. So how, as you got into your journey into crypto, right? How did you focus and train yourself, right, to become a coach today who has such a good winning rate in terms of your own trades? I want to understand the journey and the difficulties.
Well, when I started, after the 2.5 days over, I made a decision. Okay, I tell myself, this is a long-term business. Okay, I take this as a long-term business. I don't expect to see short-term results. Because I run business before and I know about it. All right, in the short term, I need to pay the dues. Then the results will pour in. That's one. Second thing, because I was a coach before, so I tell myself, I want to be a coach. From the beginning, where there was no opportunity in MWA to open for coaching yet, I say it doesn't matter. Whether it is coaching in MWA or coaching in anyone that I want to coach, I can be a coach. So I learn from the perspective of a coach. So whenever that I look at the material, I always looking in the perspective of how do I teach it? How do I explain to someone who have no nuts about it and make it so simple that you can understand? Indirectly, it's helping me out. Because this is how I look at things, and I always in the mood of asking different type of questions. If I do not know, I always ask my mentor, I ask my coach. I'm not afraid of looking as silly, because I can understand that certain understanding of that thing may not be the true picture that I'm getting it. So I'm willing to actually put the effort. The most important is what one of my mentor, Bernard say, all right, be thick skin. All right. I think my skin is as thick as dinosaur already. It's so difficult to penetrate now. It's like whenever I don't understand, I always go and ask and until you know one of my mentor and say, have you done it? All right, and I ask it, and I got an answer. I go and implement it. If I don't get it, I'll go back and ask again until I got it clear. All right, and it's important in CRP. One thing is there's a lot of resources. There's so much resources that I think that a lot of us don't use it. I think I'm the only one that really understand the whole thing in Discord. And I love Discord. And a lot of people tell me Discord got so much information. But then one thing, you can see that there's so much information. Or on the other way, you can see there's so much treasure. There is a big treasure inside there for you to dig. And I have enrolled courses that I pay a lot more. And inside got 5 videos. 20 minutes each. And that's it. Right? When I look at that, some of you will say, oh, so much thing, so much thing to do, so much study, so many things. To me, it's that you know how much effort has been put in over there? That is treasure of knowledge that you can get in. Without me needing to go around and ask everyone, I can go in and dig in. And I love to watch those Sunday live trading recording. And especially when there was some review of trades. And I learned a lot from there as well. And a lot of people will say, oh no, too long, too much time. All right? No, I think that is something that as someone that I love to be able to teach this concept to someone, indirectly, when I learn that way, my trading improved. Okay? And I think I'm the only one for every month, the live trading session, I never miss it. All right. I still remember that I'm the only one that always, when the door opened, I was the first one to go to the first row, and sitting down there and listen to Rash. I think that there's one upon a time, Rash looked at me. He said, "You again, ah? Yeah lah, you me again lah." But that is not bad, because at least my coach remember me, right? There's thousands of students, right?
And we don't stop you from coming.
Yeah.
In fact, we love you to come.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
We
there are
love for you
thousands of
to come.
students, and if you do not show yourself to your coaches, they can't remember you, right? And at least that when they start to remember you, you can ask questions. They know that you're serious.
Yeah.
But a lot of people do it for a while, and you disappear completely.
Absolutely. It is just what it is, right? I mean, I think we shared this on previous podcasts before that in this industry, we know it's just statistics, right? People who come in, 80-85% of them will disappear after 3 months. It is what it is, but we focus a lot on helping the 15%
Right.
who run to excel. And like you said, every other day or every day we have events, we have new videos being uploaded onto Discord to share knowledge, to make sure that people can learn. But again, the truth is, it is always up to you. If you want to watch and you want to internalize and you want to improve on your trading skills or not. And of course, we can teach as much as you want, but if you do not do the work yourself, you don't trade, you don't place it, nothing is going to change.
It's how do you see the whole thing, right? If you see it as something that is negative, something that is a lot of work to do, something that in your mind is that I do not know, obviously, the whole 1 hour, it is a waste.
Yeah.
Or if you see it something like, oh, there's something I can find out more about it. There's something I yet to explore it. Then you start from where you want to explore new things.
Yeah.
Things are different altogether. Because as someone with positive mindset and a negative mindset, it's completely different.
100%. So different.
Yeah, it's so different. It is like, to me, every single session given by any coaches, I will go in and listen. Because I just need to pick up one tip, that 1 hour is ding ding.
I love it because honestly, like we said, right, people like us, we tend to spend a lot of money on courses, on convention, whatever that is. The largest single spend that I had for me personally was about $50,000.
Yeah.
For 5 days.
Yeah.
Right? And the truth is, when I went for that 5 day, did I learn much? And it was all the way in the US, right? I had to book my flights and everything. And the 5 day I went there. Did I learn much? Honestly, not that much. But the best part was that I got everything back by just building one connection. That's all that mattered for me for that particular trip. I built that one connection, and that connection brought me hundreds of thousands of dollars in terms of revenue. Right? So I can focus on the 99 negatives.
Yeah.
Right? Or I can focus on that one good thing that happened to me.
That's
and
it.
tell me that, it's so worth it to have been there.
That's it, yeah.
And that's really the kind of mindset. I'm not saying that we don't recognize that there are flaws or whatever there is.
There is, yeah.
There is. We improve upon
Yeah.
it. We learn the lessons from that as well.
Yeah.
But you can always learn from both sides, right? The good thing, we can learn from it. The negative thing, we also can learn.
Well, you can focus on the flaw, but what do you get? You get more negative stuff. You focus on the positive thing, what do you get? You get the best out of you.
Exactly.
And you see your improvement, your things you get better and better and better and better. And then there's one more thing that I heard people telling me, hello, you have been repeating the same old story again and again and again and again. Okay? I like it because when I ask that question, does it mean that you know it already? Say, yeah. Then the next question, I will tell the person and say, I'm going to be very direct, honest to you. Show me the results. If you know it already, show me the results.
Yeah.
That is a proof.
Exactly.
If you say, I know it already, your result cannot show, then you have not done it. You have not achieved it.
I mean, for example, right now we can say, the next support of Bitcoin, 60 to the zone right now is about 60 to 60,000, right? 61,000 around there. And then we keep saying and saying, and people will tell us, yeah, you keep saying the same thing.
Yeah.
But do you understand why
Yeah.
it's at that zone?
Yeah.
That's a key lesson, right? Because if you understand that, in the future, if we all ask, you'll be able to determine that for yourself as well. Really.
Yeah, you know how to decide where it's a zone and everything. So very important thing is when that is very dangerous is I know it already. A dangerous word, a 3-letter word, I know it already. It's dangerous because the only thing is when you know it already, it is where you actually get the results.
So talking about results, Aaron, right? In your journey to become a coach, right? In CRP or in MWA, we have a very stringent process before we allow someone to become a coach, right? So I'm not sure if you want to share this publicly? Because it might show like the amount you show everybody the amount of work that you have to put in, right? But I'm sure you have done a lot of 10 by 10s. For those of you who do not know, 10 by 10 is a system, right, where it helps to improve your winning rate, where you help to define your rules in terms of your own training, right, so that you can increase that winning rate. So Aaron, how much 10 by 10 have you completed already?
I think I've done 3 sets of 10 by 10.
Okay.
This is 300 trades.
Okay.
I started with first set of 10 by 10 for long wing trend to do confirmation.
Okay.
And I got a result about 75 winning rate.
Even for your first set of 10 by 10?
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
And then after that, I decided to say, hey, that is called a prediction trading.
Yes.
I always like to do something that I never know.
Yes.
And I like to do something that I always fearful of.
Yeah.
Because when I was doing confirmation trade, I was so fearful of doing prediction trade. Because that was like, how to predict? How to predict it will bounce? But then I realized my mentor did it very well. And he had very high win rate. So it's a skill learnable. So what I did was I do another set of 10 by 10 to just do prediction trading. Why I need to do that? Literally because of me. I like to go and venture things that I think is impossible. I like to make it possible.
Yeah.
So what I did was I did the 10 by 10 for the so-called the prediction trading.
Yes.
That one was interesting. That one, because I learned a lot of mistakes that I make in the first set. After that, I will share some of the mistakes. Remind me if you could. This time, I take a longer while to complete my 10 by 10. But the result was amazing.
And that was?
93%.
Oh my God, 93% win rate, gentlemen.
Yeah,
and
that was 93% with the prediction trading.
And this was a learning process. It's not even his own trade.
Yeah. And literally, it is like, I was shocked. Because people tell me prediction trading has a low winning rate.
Because it's not confirmation trade, right? You don't wait for it, right? You are predicting. What if you predict wrongly?
Yeah. But then I realized one thing. Because I was a confirmation trader first.
Yeah.
Then I go and do prediction.
And you combine those.
It's combined. I see a lot of things that you don't see now.
Very nice. Very
All right.
nice.
And if I start with a prediction trading first, I may not have this 93%. But when I do my confirmation, I know exactly what to do about that. Then I move to prediction trading. I got a higher win rate.
Is it fair to say that in terms of your prediction trading, you actually incorporate some of your confirmation rules in it?
Oh yeah.
100%. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
Definitely, because I'm able to see more chart now. Well, there's a lot of people who tell me I only look at chart when I need to screen for coin. I just think that I actually looking at chart like looking at beautiful girl now.
All right. For those of you who can't imagine it, just put a picture next to your charts. I think that will help.
Or looking at a handsome guy, all right? Or looking at a nice scenery, or go and enjoy it like an art exhibition. All right? Because that is something that you do not want to go and look for chart just to look for coin to trade. You must have the liking of the chart. All right? The chart is so wonderful. There's so many stories inside there.
100%.
All right, there is so much story. There are a lot of things. The EMA is telling a lot of story. It's telling all the candlestick is telling so much thing that you don't even know when you start with. When I start with first time with the trading view, I hate trading view. Shit, so many buttons up, down, everything, confused. Right, and today I love trading view. I love it, and I always tell my new students, I say, 2 things you must fall in love with beside your wife and your families, okay? First, trading view. All right. Second, your exchange that you use to put in your trades. You must know it very well inside, left, right, everything inside that. You must know it well. So that this tool is not a hindrance at you. They are your right hand or the left hand. All right. And whenever that you have this tool, then things is easier for you.
The action a bit. Please, guys, don't anyhow relate. If you get the joke, you get the joke. I'm sorry. But I guess the thing really is You know, like I think the story here is that when we first really look at TradingView, personally myself as well,
Right.
when we first saw it, it's like, oh my god, there's all these things here. We can't even recognize what is all these different patterns, everything. It's so confusing, right? But right now, I guess we look at the chart, even as a clean chart, we just load. The time frame comes up, we're like, oh my god, this is such a beautiful chart.
Yeah.
Right? It's so easy. Then we just add in some of the
That's
things
it.
that we
Yeah,
want to
that's
see
it.
to
That's it. That's
confirm
it.
some of
That's
the
it. Yeah.
assessment.
Yeah.
And we are good to go. Again, I think back to the story that you were sharing earlier is the cycling analogy, right? Nobody achieved to be cycled on two wheels on the first try.
Right.
I mean, okay, not say nobody. To be fair, there may be someone who are a genius cyclist, right? But for most of us, you take multiple falls, you have some injuries, you have some losses at the beginning, right? You don't
That's
have 100%.
That's right. Definitely.
Even when you are a good cyclist, there'll be time where you tumble and fall as well. It is what
That's
it is. But the important thing is that you get back onto your feet, you know your rules, you follow through, and you'll be able to cycle on for a much further journey down the road. So Aaron, I mean, it's very interesting for your journey, right? So you did 3x or 10 by 10, that's minimum of 300 trades. So I'm sure you do even more. Right? I think by now have you done like thousands of
500,
trades?
600,
500,
maybe.
600 trades.
Yeah, about there.
That is just for 10 by 10.
Yeah.
That's okay, again, that is just for 10 by 10 trades that he's doing. He's not even talking about his own winning trades or whatever there is. So this guy here has done thousands of trades, and we call him in our community the Zen, or rather he called himself the Zen crypto millionaire, right? Which he is, right? And it's so amazing to hear his story of how he actually achieved this particular journey. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have actually seen and hear from Aaron himself the particular story of how, from serving the public to becoming a CEO, having burnout, and then becoming a full-time crypto trader, right? The next particular segment, we are really going into the depths of his mindset and how this particular mindset can actually affect you and make you succeed in your trades. So if this is something that you want to continue listening on and I want you to listen on, right, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe down below, and then we'll see you coming right up. What would you say to someone who is starting out on this journey or who maybe is in the middle of this journey right now? What kind of mindset should they really be having in order to truly succeed?
I think one of the very important mindset that I find that is so critical is a long-term mindset.
Long-term mindset. How long? Long-term can be, some people long-term is 1 week.
That's good. Long-term is 1 week. I never heard about that.
Some people come to us and say, my long-term is, what long-term? I want 1 week or 2. So actually what you like?
Okay, my long-term mindset is at least about 18 months.
At least 18 months. You're looking at least 1.5 years ahead.
1.5 years.
Okay.
Well, why is that so? Because I look at this as a long-term business. I know how the business is going to work. All right? It is like you plant a seed into the soil. You have to wait for the soil, the plant to grow up. And there is a lag time between what you did and you harvest your success. And a lot of us just not willing to wait. They just want to expect to plant in, and the plant instantly grow out and give you fruits. This is not instant coffee. This is not instant noodle. No doubt, a lot of things is instant, but it doesn't work in the business here. All right, and you must understand that you need to put in our effort. That's why that I do a lot of 10 by 10. I do a lot of trading. I do a lot of testing, just to make sure that I understand what is going on. And if you want to really make it into this business, make yourself an expert in 1 or 2 strategy. In CRP, we are so great that we have provided a lot of strategy for the student to learn. And I find that a lot of students is initially, I want all. I tell them, do you know what you get? You become a jack of all trades, master of none. Yeah. And you get confused. I was having a student who put trend reversal into long, into breakout. I was looking, I say, wow, you have came out a new strategy called Rojak. Indian Rojak, with different type of thing. You go in, and then at the end of it, you don't know what you're eating.
Unfortunately, the Rojak not very nice, that's the problem.
Diarrhea.
If the Rojak nice, okay, but the Rojak not nice.
You get food poisoning at the end of it. So at the end of it, I would say that It's important if you want to become a successful in this business itself, nurture a skill and become an expert. All right, you won't get well paid with your GP. You get well paid when you're a brain surgeon.
When you're a specialist.
Okay, when you're a specialist,
Yes.
you know, and when the brain surgeon go through a lot more training than the GP does went through. All right, and literally, if you ask me, what are the two things that you need to do is focus on long way trend and focus on short way trend. Get these two well versed in this. You know exactly what to do with that. Then you go and venture other stuff. Okay, and that's important. Focus, put your dedication, make it works. And I was talking about the mistake that I made in 10 by 10.
Yes.
Okay, and that was interesting. Initially, I don't understand 10 by 10.
Yeah.
Initially, I saw it as documentation work. You know what I did? I did 10, 15 trades. Then I'll spend some time to go and fill in the form. I just doing it just because of doing it.
You didn't understand the reason why you had to do it.
No. All right? And I really hate doing that paperwork. Hate. But then I realized that, I'm not going anywhere though. Then I started to shift. I started to say, okay, I will do a trade. I'll take a screenshot. I post it first. Now I review the posting before I enter the trade. Guess what? I caught myself doing some silly thing by doing that. All right, means that it saved me a lot of money not to enter the bloody hell trade. Because initially I look at the chart, everything's sui. When the moment I post it into my journal itself, I take a look again. Oi,
You wouldn't have gone in.
oi, I see the pimple down there. Cannot go in. Cannot. No, not 100%. I won't go in. So I scrap the trade, and that happens in 30% of the time. That's imagine that it saved me 30% of my losses. That's important. And then after the trade's over, take a screenshot and put it in. And go back to reflect what's happening. That is the purpose of the 10 by 10. It's to nurture a habit for you to learn from each trade and really understand that what is the lesson that I learned that I will not repeat again. Okay, and the best thing is now you have coaches available to help you out. Grab a coaches because there's sometimes that this is a blind spot you can't see. All right, I see very well, but then my coaches will tell me, "Oi, there is double top, you cannot see ah." Huh? Okay, double top, okay. After a while, he point out a few times, the double top become very visible. That is how you use the power of the coaching to help you to get you move forwards. And if you get stuck, if you get losses, or you get a lot of wins, but you don't know why you are stuck in low percentage, that's a time for you to get some help. And leverage on that, then you will build your confidence over a period of time. And you get better and better and better and better and better. Your mindset change completely. Then you found that this is possible. You fall in love in doing it. You're just doing it as a flow. Then success is just a matter of time.
100%.
Making money will be just a matter of time.
Yeah. There'll be ups and downs, but there'll be so much more ups. Than
Well,
down, yeah.
there will be down. There'll be ups. Honestly, if you look at the journey, it's supposed to be a smooth journey. I'm afraid to tell you no lah. If you have ventured into any business, you realize that most business has up and down, right?
100%.
And you cannot say, even if in a hawker, if you go and operate in a hawker business, the hawker have up and down as well. That there are days that they have very little sales, and they still survive, right? And those hawker who pack 3 months later, they don't see the results anymore. They are gone. But those hawkers that stay long term, they are getting the profit. Because I love to eat, I love to talk to hawker. Right? And normally I buy a noodles, and when they're free, I will sit down and talk to them and ask them the thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And remember, you are doing it not as an employee. You're doing it as an entrepreneur. It's your own business. If you're looking at it as a part-time job, I'm sorry, it's not going to work. It's not going to work for you because part-time job is your work, and you expect pay. Right? It's not going to happen in CRP.
Because you are responsible for your own results.
Yeah. But after a while, you work for a while, you complain, Whoa, I put so much effort, I put so much time, and I get the results. I'll quit, I'm out.
Okay.
Sorry, you're out.
I'm going to ask something controversial here, I will say. Do you think everyone is suitable for trading?
Wow. Wow. That's a very controversial question you're asking.
I mean, because you have seen so many students, you're a coach, many of the students comes to you. I mean, if we were to be very honest, right, we have seen so many people, right? Do you feel that there are some people who may not be suitable for
In fact, the
trading?
person is suitable or not suitable depends on the person itself. If the person believes that they can do it, I can see a 75 years old, 80 years old Ama still doing it.
In fact, we have them. Yeah,
We have them.
Yeah.
The Ama is still doing it.
Yes.
All right, and she is progressing at her own pace. And she is doing step by step. There is nothing to stop her. But then, in your mind, you think it's not suitable. Whatever we do, the best Discord system, the best coaching system, the best of everything, it's not suitable for you. So it starts with your mindset. Do you think it's suitable for me or not? Do you believe that I can be successful? Do you believe and have faith in crypto? Do I have belief in the faith that I can trade? That starts from you. Right? If you don't believe it and you have doubt in your mind, I'm sorry, it will proven true because what you are asked, you'll be given. Right? If you don't believe you can do it, then you won't get do it. Right? You need to understand you have to believe in yourself first. But a lot of people have this issue. They don't believe they can do it. Right? They have self-doubt. They're scared. They're scared because of self-doubt.
And then it becomes a vicious cycle, right?
It's kind of vicious cycles. And literally, it's come down to the roots of they have some other issue that they don't deal with it. All right. So this is where the sessions itself, I will address that and help you to remove that issue off. Then you will find that you were able to move freely. But then, a lot of people won't ask for help because that they think that is what the normal in them. They just say that this don't work for me, and they move on to something else. I have a saying to all my students, and I have been very crude in that way, one way or another. I say, if you fail in CRP, please don't waste any more money to take any other courses. Because it's the same person going into different courses, hoping the different courses will do miracle for you, but the person
It's
has
still
yet
affected.
to change.
Totally agree. I mean, we have seen that so much in this particular segment. So anyway, I think we have really covered a lot of ground today, and just such an amazing conversation with Aaron, right? One of our coaches here at MWA, teaching our students on how to trade better, trade safer, and a lot of effort. And you can see Aaron really focuses on the mindset. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, can we give Aaron another big round of applause? Yay! Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you have really enjoyed this particular episode, what I would like you to do is to comment down below what is your biggest takeaway for this particular episode. And if you have a question for Aaron, post it down below as well so that Aaron can potentially answer those questions in one of our many training sessions that we have. And also for our elite students, if you have not yet signed up for Aaron's mindset session, please go and do it, right? At MWA, we are giving it to you. But if you do not know, like Aaron was sharing earlier, he charges at least $5,000 right outside of CRP just to provide this particular session. So this is a privilege, this is an honor. And again, Aaron, thank you for your time, thank you for your dedication, thank you for your commitment to the community. They love you, they love your messages every single day. And again, without you pressing them on, sometimes people just need to hear it. And thank you for being that particular voice for these people. So again, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this particular episode, like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you can be informed of our future episode again. And before we go and end off this off, Aaron, one sentence, what would you like to tell them?
Never, 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 ever give up.
I don't know how
Thank
many never there is, but never, 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 ever give up. Thank you, and we'll see you at the next one. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.